So down here, oh yeah, down here we have ourselves yet another party. Let's see, this is where we got rid of that mystery RV.
Frame is gone. Where is it?
And this is where we got rid of the mystery RV and frequent mattress sites and all sorts of other stuff.
Yeah, we don't want to drive any further. There's a mattress in the road.
All right, we're out here on the Aufderheide, and the frame that Steve was looking for is gone, so there's nothing to test really for asbestos, but there is a bunch of trash here that we could pick up. And you think we're gonna wait for
Memorial Day? Yeah, this might be a good one to do with volunteers.
Okay, so maybe we aren't gonna clean this up, but at least you see it out here. I see a whole slew of looks like car stereos and other stuff. So there's shocks, all sorts of stuff out here. This is where we cleaned up the mystery RV, right? And that was what, about 6 months ago? Maybe 4 months ago?
I think it was 8.
You kind of lose track.
Yeah.
Site's looking clean up here, though.
Ish.
Yeah, I mean, there's the usual micro trash everywhere, but, you know, at least most of it's not here. We always did say we were going to come back here with the super sucker, though, didn't we?
Yep. I'd rather have bags because stuff will get caught on that.
Some of this we may just want to shovel right into the back of the trailer.
Yeah, anything pick upable, I would suggest just picking it up.
Okay for you yesterday?
Yeah.
Coming to town?
Yep.
Oh, I've got a box of bags.
And we decided no bags?
Take bags for the loose stuff.
Yeah, because we're going to dump this anyways. There's no point in spending money on bags. Hey, help me get this one.
Stuff to hold it down on top.
Some sort of plywoody mess. Lots of sticks. That was a fail. No, you found the tire.
Yeah, you know whatever it is.
I almost should have brought the tractor over here.
Yeah.
It was just around the corner in Westfir. Problem is our weight would have been astronomical because there's 6-inch rocks underneath all of this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yummy stuff right there. I guess we never shot an intro. Oh. Hi, my name is Mac. I'm out here with Steve.
Jessica!
Bill.
And Bill. And what are we doing today?
Picking up trash!
We are just outside of Westfir, Oregon on the Aufderheide. And you may know this location from previous RVs like Mystery RV, and we've hauled a bunch of mattresses out just up that way. So, well, here we go. We are with Friends of Fall Creek Watershed. It is a beautiful Memorial Day weekend for volunteering. If you'd like to know more about what Friends of Fall Creek Watershed does, check out FOFCW.org. You can volunteer, you can donate, and you can report trash in the Willamette National Forest. Let's get this mess out of here.
Yeah.
And this is a really ugly mess. This is yucky, yucky, yucky. And slimy.
This isn't just live stream. Invite people to come out right now.
I should have brought Steve Starlink. Do we have cell phone service?
I don't think service is here.
Should do a post.
Really, who could resist?
Well, most people, actually. Ooh, rotting clothes. I love that smell.
Yeah, that camper yesterday was kind of right.
Oh, he should have been there after we cracked open the toilet. Any service?
Nope.
I'm gonna go not charred enough to throw out. This stuff is too big to shovel and too small to pick up. I don't even want to know what's in this thing, but something sort of wants me to, yeah. I have a compulsion to open the lid today. Bad idea. This looks like an RV dump.
Yep. There was a whole RV here that was burned and emptied.
And that looks like food pantry cans. We have, what size pants? 32, 34 pants. Oh, found the dustpan.
Ooh. Got a kitty scooper earlier. Scooper.
Can I use the grabber, Bill?
Yeah, sure.
Could have been a snake. Although snakes usually aren't as fast as those little lizards. Yep, couple of them.
Oh. Oregon Department of Human Resources. They almost burned it. They burned the rest of it. But we might find some names in here.
Yeah. I observed people camping in cars next to the carcass, so there's multiple levels of occupation. Site. Hot fire, there's a bunch of melted glass in here.
Yeah, and then the other sections weren't. Like over here.
Yeah. So to me, that says accelerant.
Oh yeah. But not like that triple we did over, or the double we did over on Boundary.
Yeah.
I mean, they used a lot of gas on that one. That was a complete burn. This is cheapskate.
Yeah. Well, gas is expensive.
Well, it is. That's the reason why I feel like that other one smelled like revenge
Yeah.
rather than just casual burning. Somebody was very and truly, it felt like somebody was very and truly pissed off with somebody. I would say you just run out and get a job, but if you have a healthy criminal history,
Yeah.
that may complicate things.
Or a inability to work with others.
Or an inability to work with others, or a messy divorce and you owe alimony. So 90% of what you make goes to someone else. There are a lot of reasons why people engage in the shadow economy, if you will.
Oh, even just a couple of DUIs.
Yeah. Or you make a bad reputation, you know? Doesn't take much to...
Like, some job categories are really struggling to find qualified or not disqualified applicants.
Yeah.
Like 911 centers.
Yep.
But the people who did this are not exactly the kind of people I would want running my 911 center.
No, of course not.
Oh, there you go.
Ah.
Baby booties, baby Tevas.
Bible.
I found a Book of Mormon over there.
This is Holy Bible. I don't know what it is.
What else are we gonna find?
What's the Bible?
The Quran. What, Marvinda? We gonna fill the dump trailer?
I don't think so.
Gotcha.
Oh, thanks.
This is another one of these cleanups where you could basically sit a volunteer down for 2 hours picking through all the junk to get this truly clean. Ratchet straps.
Unopened anchovies. That would be cool.
Knock yourself out, crack them open.
Yeah,
Save that for a later snack.
get better and better.
Yeah.
And like a beautiful day in the woods, picking up other people's trash.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't make the woods any less beautiful. Actually, it makes the woods more beautiful. This off. What we're probably going to end up doing, we're hoping to raise enough money with donations to get a rebuilt excavator and just have it, you know, as part of our toolkit. So there will be sites like this one where we will close and then we will keep it closed.
Yeah.
It's a constant battle.
Yeah.
Well, we're not necessarily closing this site.
Well,
we're,
we are reclosing it. There was a gate there at one time.
We-
Somebody cut it.
You can still walk back here and camp if you want to. You're just not going to drive your truck back here and or RV.
Shove your RV back here and
Yeah.
light it on fire and walk away.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. That's a good compromise.
Yeah, we actually did our first site up Salmon Creek where we reset the rocks.
Okay.
And our new Title II grant, if it ever comes through, we've expanded our scope of operations again to enable the reimbursement for that kind of behavior.
Oh, okay.
Because originally we were trash, and then we were trash and towing, and now we're trash towing and
Rehabilitation.
site rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation.
Okay. Yeah. And with the Forest Service losing staff,
Yeah.
we sort of have a generic miscellaneous. We can do anything related to their job that they ask us to.
Yeah.
Which may come in handy as a good get out of jail free card.
Yeah. So like if a sign gets knocked down or, you know,
Yeah.
gate needs to be installed and they don't have the staff,
Yeah.
they can say, hey, let's use our silver bullet with Friends of Fall Creek.
Well, I also I think I heard you say at one point that because a lot of what you do comes under this large umbrella of,
Yeah.
it's a large umbrella.
Yep. Well, my original vision was we are sort of the Forest Service auxiliary.
Yeah.
We can do anything that they ask us to, and some stuff they don't want to do, like asbestos.
Well, really, they don't want to pick up any of this trash.
Well, no, that's,
Actually, that's not true.
yeah, because, you know,
We have a couple of really good guys.
Sam,
Yeah.
he
Sam.
loves going out and getting trash.
Yeah. Well, I guess I should say we have a lot of people who don't mind going and getting the trash. What we don't have is people who are going after the source,
Yeah.
which is what I really want to see happen.
Yep.
That's one thing. We are the worst solution to the problem.
Yep.
Constantly picking up stuff that shouldn't be here in the first place. You put a couple heads on spikes with some good prosecution, jail time, fines, something that might help slow down a few people.
Yeah.
Not going to stop all of it, but that 1% of people who just do this stuff anyways is rapidly becoming 5% because people
They
are
get
not.
away with it.
People are getting away with it, and I see that they're getting away with it.
And they're raising another generation to do it.
And yeah, that's probably the worst part of it.
Little ones?
No, no.
I think he's talking like confetti cannon.
Yeah, like Mylar party.
Yeah, if you're going to have a rave, do it where you got a floor.
Well, there's a reason why hotels ban them,
Yeah.
because they don't want to clean up after them.
No, and those things.
So when you get banned by a hotel because the hotel doesn't want to clean up after it,
Yeah.
it does not mean go out in the woods and do it. Because there's nobody out there to tell you no.
Except the voice of your parents.
Yeah.
Just the voice of reason.
Except that your
Well,
parents are probably
some
sitting right
people,
next to
you
you 'cause they're
know,
only 10 years younger.
Innate desire to shoot stuff, blow stuff up, throw stuff up in the air, make a mess.
Yep, I get that. And there's times and places for that. If you want to blow things up, shoot things up and make a mess, I will happily hand you a sledgehammer and let you go at it on the interior of an RV.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was raised money by having people pay for
Yeah, there are services in LA or Vegas or something, you know, destruction rooms, things like that.
Watch out, I've got insulation.
Only I won't charge you anything. You are welcome to volunteer anytime you want, and you can blow up as much stuff as you want. I will give you a sledgehammer, swing away, swing away.
I know, I'm trying to, like that area over there, picking it down to where it's more shovelable.
Yeah. I think we might just need to
Breakable.
bring in some stuff.
I know, I mean, if we had the tractor in here, we could get this picked up, but it'd be like 3 trailers full of rock and bark.
Oh, here's an onion to go with your
Oh my god.
sardines.
And the bales.
Oh.
At least the blackberries haven't completely grown over this yet.
Yeah.
No, I certainly appreciate everybody coming out and helping with this. This is not an easy mess to clean up.
This one is
I also think that we need to start doing more regular Sunday cleanups. This is going to be a tough load to tarp.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a whole piece of carpet right
Yeah,
here.
and there's a bunch of ash on it.
Somebody want to give me a hand with a corner of this?
What do you got? Oh my god. Are you putting it in this barrel or
We could, or I'm just going to go straight to the back.
what if we just shoved it in here? Wouldn't that be
Might be a safer, that's probably a smarter,
yeah.
good enough for me. Thank you. Yeah, that took care of a lot right there.
Yeah. Wonder if there's carpet under all of this.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than picking through a whole bunch of trash to discover that there was something underneath all of it that you could have just picked up and
Yeah.
As long as that side up Winbury, they had geotagging.
Yeah.
That was to stabilize the road. But it would have been interesting to grab a hold of that and push it out of there. I started picking at corners thinking it was an old carpet on there, and then realized I was destroying the roadbed. Don't tell the forest.
Yeah. Oh, no.
again, no prosecution. You know, we see a lot of these dump sites as nexuses for a lot of illegal behavior.
Yeah.
But again, we are the worst solution to this problem. We need to be going after the people who are doing this.
What if we called it an airstrike when we were away?
I am all for it. Although I'd go with a drone strike. It's just a little cheaper and more surgical.
Oops, my bad.
And that all works out great until you wipe out the first family lighting up a campfire in the woods.
Want to help with that, Max?
I think I got it. That would be the downside to doing a cleanup like this with the tractor,
Yeah.
is that the weight would be pretty extreme.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad. I mean,
Oh, hi, Mr. Lizard. How you doing? Getting sticky?
Sticky and sore.
Find the bottom?
See? I'm afraid to dig any deeper.
Aha! I found a new fork for your collection.
Is it a pretty one? It's kind of cool. It's a little bit. It's a little burnt. I can't use this.
It'll buff out. Come on now.
I don't know. Someone's gonna get suspicious if I bring that one out.
I'm wondering what all these cylinders are. They look like Tweco welding tips, but they're not. Wonder what Steve thinks they are. Hey Steve, what are all these little metal cylinder things? Are these Tweco welding tips, or are they something? Are these crimps for wire, or? Because I see
Those
these.
are pass-throughs where Romex goes through wood.
Oh, right. On RVs. That's why we see them all the time. Although it's sort of ironic to use a metal object, which is conductive, to protect wire.
Well, it's it's to protect it from staples.
Yeah, and nails.
Yeah.
Well, it got hot enough that that magnet is no longer a magnet.
Wow.
Which is not to say much, because it doesn't really look like all that good of a burn. But maybe the burn came and went in stages.
Well, there was some glass that was melted into puddles.
Yeah, I think there were early burns and later burns, and this went on for some time.
Yeah.
And then there was probably that last burn that left a lot of the stuff on top where it's like, well, we're getting out of here, so what?
Yeah, let's air quote clean up.
But does aesthetic value
Yep.
weigh in on environmental restoration? You know what I mean? Do we judge the site any worse or less, or something, just because it's not as aesthetically pleasing as some of the other sites we clean up?
Yeah, because burned fiberglass resin is still toxic.
Right.
We've only been going 90 minutes, so.
Oh. Yeah. But it was yesterday's cleanup combined with this cleanup, and the fact that I'd be a little bit more inclined to help out if we had more volunteers. And I have a long list of things I have to do at home.
So this is, whenever you're done, you're done.
Yep, like I said, I'm getting there. I'm also trying to have a good conversation about what we're dealing with.
Yep.
Try not to be whiny.
Well, yeah, even having volunteers come out and just, do what I'm doing, put bags in cans.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
It keeps me going.
So don't think you have to come out and dig burn stuff to contribute.
Nope, you can change camera batteries.
Yep.
What's the plan?
Bill is wrapping up there.
I say when Bill is done, I am done. We're back in here?
Yeah, just right.
Yeah.
Just need somebody to pick.
We'll come back with more volunteers. Like I said, I've hit my limit.
would do it. But,
Well, I can be done if anybody else wants to be done.
yep. I would just like to pick up, all the colored bits here and then call it good.
To another bag.
I want this in the bag. You want to help me throw it up? We need the bags in order to keep this stuff from blowing out. Found a bunch of sockets yesterday. But then there's also spark plugs and a bunch of other stuff right here.
Yeah. Found quite a few spark plugs as I started out.
I was like, oh no, I forgot some of my coat.
Yeah, I looked at the rain as it was pouring down rain. I was looking. Oh, hey, there's the socket wrench. Man, I keep finding spark plugs. You want to swap me out? There's like a million spark plugs right here.
Hand in hand with all the phone cases we found.
Run the shovel so we don't have to get up.
Well, I can't run the shovel, but
No, I'll get out. I got it.
I feel like being down here.
I can run the shovel.
I don't like kneeling down that much.
I'm already down here. So.
But mine has gotten better since I moved to Lowell.
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to dread this time of year when I lived in Eugene. But now that I've moved to Lowell, it's slowly getting better.
Yeah, you're
There's less
up.
floral things that people planted. A lot of people moved to Scottsdale to get away from allergies, and they planted all this flowering shit. Now it's one of the worst pollen places in the country.
Here, couple done.
Yay.
You go to Las Vegas, the next thing you know, the humidity is a little better than it was.
I just got back from Vegas, and like when I was down there, I was like, oh, I feel great. I feel fine.
All right, you want to do that one? You have knees. My knees are barking today. Pick a spot and just sort of lay it out over a pile, like maybe even right here, just so that we're minimizing this.
I'm a little worried about some. Well, we're still gonna put the thing over it, right?
Yep, we're gonna put that over, but
The net has 6-inch by 6-inch holes, so
anything that's light enough to blow out, we're spreading the below on the way back.
no.
No.
It's fertilizer. It's carbon.
I've been going through this.
And we're gonna get one of those.
I think we're done with this cleanup.
Yep.
So again, thank you everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. If you'd like to volunteer, if you'd like to report trash in the Willamette National Forest, or if you'd like to donate, FOFCW.org. Other than that, I am really tired, and I'm going to go home and start working on my shop. Thanks for watching. Get out there, make the world a better place, volunteer, all that great stuff. All right, 1,400 pounds of trash out of the woods and at the dump where it belongs, which is a great thing. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a great day. Get out there, volunteer. If you'd like to know more about Friends of Fall Creek Watershed, check out FOFCW.org. You can donate, you can report trash, and you can volunteer for lots of our events. We are in the Willamette Valley and the Willamette National Forest. If you do see trash in your area, you should probably report it to at least the Forest Service or the BLM or whatever agency it belongs to. There are many. And that, if you need any help with that, let me know. We can help you figure that out. Thank you again, everybody. We'll see you at the next cleanup.